Once in a quiet and secluded corner of a mist-shrouded forest, there stood an imposing mansion known as Blackwood Manor. It was a place whispered about in hushed tones, a place where the living feared to tread after nightfall. Legend had it that the mansion was cursed, plagued by the spirits of those who had met their tragic ends within its walls. The story begins on a stormy autumn night, when a group of adventurous friends decided to spend the weekend at Blackwood Manor. They had heard the stories, of course, but they were skeptics who laughed off the idea of the supernatural. Armed with flashlights, sleeping bags, and a desire for thrills, they set off into the woods. As they entered the mansion, the creaking door sent shivers down their spines. The air inside was icy, and the walls seemed to whisper secrets to those who dared to listen. Shadows danced in the corners of the rooms, and the portraits on the walls appeared to follow their every move. As the night deepened, strange things began to happen. Footsteps echoed through the empty hallways when no one was walking. Objects moved on their own accord, and a chilling wind swept through the rooms, extinguishing their flashlights one by one. In the dead of night, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the mansion, sending the group into a panic. They scrambled for their flashlights, desperate to find the source of the terrifying sound. Following the eerie sound, they came upon a room that was said to be the heart of the haunting, the nursery. Inside the nursery, a ghostly figure of a child stood by the window, her eyes empty and hollow. She whispered a sorrowful lament about her lost doll and the cruel fate that had befallen her. The friends were paralyzed with fear, unable to move as the ghostly child's wails filled the room. Suddenly, the walls of the nursery began to close in on them, and the room grew colder and colder. Desperate to escape, they rushed towards the door, only to find it had vanished, leaving them trapped in the ghostly room. In a final, desperate attempt to break free, they spotted a dusty old doll in the corner of the room, the very doll the ghostly child had been searching for. One of the friends picked it up and handed it to the apparition. The ghostly child smiled and disappeared, leaving the room to return to its eerie stillness, as mysteriously as it had vanished. The door reappeared, and the friends stumbled out of the room, shaken to their core. They fled the mansion, never to return, forever haunted by the chilling encounter at Blackwood Manor. To this day, the legend of Blackwood Manor lives on, a grim reminder of the horrors that await those who dare to challenge the supernatural. The mansion stands, hidden deep in the forest, waiting for the next group of unsuspecting souls to cross its threshold. And the ghostly child still searches for her lost doll in the dark and haunting nursery.